Hey, Isa here. Today I'm going to show you the best and worst exercise that you can do for your shoulders. If you want to start seeing definitions on your shoulders, check those ones. So the first exercise that you can do is you can get a weight that challenges you and you're going to do a lateral raise. I'm going to show you how exactly do the lateral raise. I'm not a big fan of the lateral raise because lateral raise is an isolation exercise, meaning when I move my arm over here, I'm isolating my shoulders, okay? I prefer exercises that are more compound so we can burn a little bit more calories, but if you like to do this one, at least learn the correct way. First thing you're gonna do, I want you to start notice this, okay? When I sit right here, the first thing I'm gonna do with my shoulders is roll them back and pin them here. And if you do this without the weight, just pin them here, and I'm gonna ask you to say, hey, just raise your arm. And if you do this, you're gonna notice that you're gonna raise your arm here. You're not gonna raise your arms here. Why? Because this is natural. This is an easy way to do it. This is how your body moves. Why some people go to the gym and do a lateral raise like this, I have no idea. First thing, grab a weight that challenges you, okay? Put the weight right in front of your quads, not on the side, it's right in front of your quads. Roll the shoulders back and pin them. Okay, now, when you go up, like I said, you're not hyperextending your elbows. You're not hyperextending your elbows because if I do this, I put too much pressure on my joints, okay? So bend the elbow, wrist, it's gonna be straight, okay? So my elbow's gonna go bend, wrist straight. So now when I stand and I do this, I have a perfect line between my wrist and my shoulder. Okay, do I need to go past my shoulder line? Not just a little bit, and you notice that I put the head of the dumbbell up a little bit, okay? So from here, you're going to pin your shoulders back and go up and lower down, okay? Slow on the way down and control. If you're shrugging your shoulders like this, it's not gonna work, okay? So again, pin the shoulders back, okay? And exhale on the hardest part of the exercise, which is lifting. And come back here, okay? So if you see somebody straight arms out on the side, you already know. No, okay? Bend elbows, move it forward. You're gonna go here. It's not in front of you. This is an other exercise. It's right here about 45-degree angle, okay? Because when we, like I said, when we lift your arms, this is normally what we do. But I got a question saying, hey, Isa, what about presses? Can I do presses? So now the presses, there's one important thing. You need to be cleared before you're doing the presses. What do you mean, Zadora? A lot of the adults cannot put their hands above head like this and put their bicep right next to their ear without compensating their backs, okay? So a lot of adults, when they do this, they compensate their backs. So if you see somebody at the gym doing this, you know they should not be doing presses. But how you know if you have a good external rotation? There's an easy, simple test that you can do. So what the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go on the ground, okay? And you're gonna lay down, making a W with your arms. That's the first thing you're gonna do. You're gonna lay down and make a W. You see, I now have a W, okay? The first thing you want to notice is, one, can your entire arm touch the ground? Okay, if the answer is yes, that is a great thing. You're pretty much clear to do presses. But if your arm does not touch the ground and stay like this much off the ground, okay, just a little bit off the ground, you're gonna have to do a few things to get it down here. And why? Because what I want to see is, can you lay your entire arm, okay? And you can inhale through your nose, exhale, slide it above while keeping my rib cage down, okay? So I'm gonna do it again. From a W, I'm gonna go to a V. And back. If you can do this, and if you clear, yes, Zadora, my arm touched the entire time, good, you know you can do presses. But if you can't, I'm gonna show you a few things that you can do, okay? For number one is, you're going to have to work on your external rotation. You can get a towel like this, okay, or a pillow or a pad if you have, and you're going to you start on one arm at a time. You're gonna meet where your wrist is. If my wrist is over here, cannot go lower, I need something higher. But if my wrist is over here, that's great. And you're gonna do, instead of sliding, okay, you're gonna take a big inhale through your nose, exhale, I'm pressing. I'm pressing. What this is gonna do, Isadora, is actually going to help me make my range of motion better of my external rotation. Okay, so what that means is it's gonna make your arm go touch the floor. And once your arm touches the floor, you're good. You can come over here and you exhale. This is an everyday exercise that you can do. The floor slide is an everyday exercise. You can do for warm up and you can do for corrective exercise. I love doing for warm up because this way I'm always working on my range of motion, okay? And it's also a corrective. So once you get your shoulders to the ground and you can slide above your head and your entire spine does not move, so you see rib cage down, make sure you're standing. When I can do this, rib cage down, once I can do this and no change in my spine, you clear to do the presses. So you're like, how do I do the presses? I love starting, okay? That's something that I learned. And you always should start in half kneeling position. Why? Because this is a way of protecting my lower back, okay? So if my butt's sticking out, bring the butt in, protect your lower back, okay? And now I take my knees and my ankles out of the equation, so I don't have to worry about too many joints. Right here, it's a perfect way to start. Now, if you ask kettlebells or dumbbells, okay? Kettlebells are going to fit on your wrist much better. It's actually gonna help you with the motion. Why? Because if I hold my kettlebell here, okay, and I notice I hold a kettlebell in diagonal, not straight like this, diagonal, it's really gonna sit here and it's actually gonna force my shoulders to do that what we're talking about, the external rotation. So if I fold my shoulders over here, it's gonna be a much natural movement from here to here, okay? So now I don't have a kettlebell. Can I use a dumbbell? Yes, you absolutely can use a dumbbell. Let me show you the kettlebell first, then we're gonna go for the dumbbell. So get the kettlebell right here. You're gonna start with alternating, okay? Face this way. So my elbows, this is very important, are never on the T, they're always in an arrow. I'm gonna do it again. Never on a T, I'm never gonna push this way. I'm always gonna push this way, okay? Why? Because now I'm protecting my shoulder. Yes, so if you see somebody pressing over here, you know your shoulder doesn't like this movement. So bring it forward, okay? Bring it forward. So now I have my both kettlebells, bring it forward. They're sitting nice, and I'm gonna alternate. And notice I exhale on the way up. Why? So I can put my rib cage down and I can protect my spine, especially my lower back. Okay? Isa, I don't have kettlebells. Can I use dumbbells? Yes, you can use dumbbells. Only thing I want you to do is put the head of the kettlebell right on top of your shoulders. And when you go up, you're gonna do the same thing I did with the kettlebell. Notice it's natural. Your arm's gonna rotate a little bit. Okay? Now, remember what I said, I'm gonna teach you the good and the worst exercises, the best and the worst. I don't like the bar, okay? Because if I'm pressing on the bar, my hands are stuck. I'll show you. I actually have a bar for you. If I press on the bar, my shoulders are stuck. And if my shoulders are stuck, I can't do the rotation that I need on top. You see, my hands are locked. While with the kettlebell and the dumbbell, it's so much easier. It comes from here to here, and that light rotation that I need to do when I do the presses. So Isa, okay, half a kneeling, alternating. Can I change that? Yes, absolutely. once you be very good with alternating, you can progress to single arm, okay? And I like putting the weight on the opposite knee that is up. So if my right knee is up, weight's on my left, okay? So this way I balance my body much better. Instead of if I do this, it'll be harder to balance. I know, right? So from here, you're gonna do the same thing. And what's the difference? I'm now adding my core to the equation. Now I'm actually making my core work a little bit to make sure I'm keeping the nice, good posture. And exhale on the way up, which is the harder part of the exercise. Now, once you do alternating, once you do single arm, that's when you can stand up. But I'm gonna tell you, keep this position, okay? If you need to switch to change, but I don't like doing the same ones at the same time. Remember what I said, it's not every adult that can do this without compensating their backs. Okay, that it's not something that you're gonna see a lot, okay, especially in my trainings. So when you come over here, single arm, get the core involved. If I have the opportunity to get my core involved in every exercise, why I'm not gonna do it? Get that core involved, okay? And then from here, if you do very, very well, you can protect your spine, can keep the rib cage down. That's when you can do standing and you actually increase the weight a little bit. Okay, that's when you can get a kettlebell a little bit heavier or a dumbbell a little bit heavier. Same thing, standing, that's when I press. I can start alternating, okay, and then progress to single arm. But you only can do this if there's no change on your spine. So now, if you ask, Isa, should I don't do the isolation exercise, the lateral raise, only do the presses because it's a compound movement and you're going to involve all the joints? Well, it depends on each workout that you are. That's why there's a method. That's why you should follow a method, a program. Like I do with my clients. They all follow a method that changes every month. So there's so many ways. Just right now, I show you 8 exercises. And then if I go to a cable, I can do a front cable. I can use the bands. I can use so many other things, okay? But the idea is have a method that you can follow. So recap everything, okay? So lateral raises, frontal raises, those are isolation exercise. They're great, but you also should include compound exercises. And the idea is for you to have a method, a plan, so you don't be lost in so many different types of exercise and which one you use. But the biggest thing that I want to tell you is there's no secret. What is only gonna have is technique, it's mechanics. It's learning how to do the proper exercise for you, the way that your body can handle. For example, if I can't do this, I should not be doing presses. So by learning those things, understand your body, and using the right techniques, the right mechanics, and learning how to do the movement and the way you're supposed to do, that's when you start seeing results. I hope this video liked you. See you later. I do think the video should like you, but I think you should like the video. See you later. That's it.